Daylight is fading, but I had to do something really awesome. Something fantastic has arrived to the Philadelphia area. And no, I'm not talking about Jimmy Butler. I'm talking about the MQBA, this fella right here by MBombay Cigars, next on the Lancer Life. Hello everybody, this is Charles Kelly, and welcome to the Lancer Life. Now, I might look a little bit excited, and I am. Several reasons. One, because my Temple Owls, T for Temple, U for University, we're 3-0 in college basketball. We're off to a pretty good start. I'm pretty excited about that. Tonight is Jimmy Butler's debut as a Sixer, so we're going to put Jimmy Butler on the floor with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid. And we're going to see what happens. We might be making that run to the NBA Conference Finals. Notice I said Conference Finals. I don't have unrealistic expectations like a lot of people. Get me to the Conference Finals, and that's some improvement over last year. But the other thing I'm excited about is this guy here. So, visiting my one of my local tobacco shops, Wooden Indian Tobacco Shop in Haverford, PA on Eagle Road. Mel Shah for MBombay is going to be in the house next week. That's the Friday after Thanksgiving. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be there. I'm going to be in Indianapolis. However, he did release and ship his new cigar to 6 retailers around the country for the debut of this cigar, this new blend. Wooden Indian is one of them, and that's how I got my hands on it. So, let's look at the cigar, because it's getting dark here. All right, number one, this is an Ecuadorian puro. All the tobacco comes from a single farm in Venteria, I can't read my own writing, Ventana, Ecuador. It's not a farm that's owned by Mel and the guys at MBombay, but it is one that is leased by them, and they manage all the operations on the place. The MQBA comes in 4 vitolas. I also have the torpedoes sitting in the upstairs box. If some of you know me, that's the aging box. It has a torpedo, as I said, the Toro diadem, and this is the Nika, which is a 6.5 by 42. It's almost a Corona Gorda, but not sure. But I like the ring gauge and size, and we'll see how it smokes. But here's the other thing. This is kind of new. There are no, at the time of this video, there are zero video reviews of this cigar. So if you're watching, you're going to be the first to see it. So, let's cut and light. Here we go. Cuban cutter. Busted lighter. And I'm running out of time because you can see it's getting dark. Got that nice little cherry. All right, just hang with me. So, this cigar was discussed at IPCPR. I think I got it right this year, and was supposed to ship in October this year. Don't know what happened with the delays, but these things started hitting the streets literally this week. They may have come in on Friday of last week, but I think I was at the shop on Friday of last week, and they had not arrived yet. But here they are. All right, we're going to go back and look at the video of the cigar again, because I used the last cut to read the tolas and all that stuff about the farm and all that stuff. But let's look at the cigar. Number one, what can I tell you about the construction? It looks like a quality cigar. Good cap action. It's got a closed foot. I wouldn't even call that a semi-closed foot. The band is a little more subdued than the others by MBombay, which are really artistic and kind of busy. This one is not. Almost reminds you of a Davidoff in terms of the simplicity and elegance of the label. So, peanut, a little citrus. Haven't figured out what citrus yet. Right now, I'd say about medium body. There is a little bit of burn on that retrohale. Let me give you another quick glance at this guy before the light fades. Man, you can't even see it. Definitely some spice, definitely some nuts, definitely some wood. Possibly, hey, I'm not getting cocoa, I'm not getting leather yet, I'm not getting any sweetness, and I'm not getting black pepper or cayenne spice. It's got some heat. Hard to describe what the heat is, and it's only on the retrohale. I had the blower on pretty high for the heater. I hope it didn't jack everything up in the beginning, or I'm going to be ticked. Yeah, a little bit citrusy on the front. So even though I see Ecuadorian puro, I'm guessing that it's a Connecticut broadleaf grown in Ecuador is what the wrapper is, because that's just what it tastes like to me. It's getting a little bit spicy, and it's getting a little bit more dark. I wonder if what happens if I turn the light on. Oh, the light helps a little bit. Okay, we'll keep the light on there until we fade out. Here's what your burn, your char line looks like. Ash is holding up. Even that little tit from the closed foot. That everything is hanging on. I'm not getting any flake, and I'm driving. Good sign. Good sign. Heats up. It lingers in the nostrils, which is to me kind of unusual. Normally you get the burn and it goes away. But when I retrohale, it's like the smoke kind of hangs around and circles around and comes back and gets you again. That's interesting. But it's not a full body cigar. I'm not getting full body yet. I'm getting medium, maybe medium to full. It's not a smoking like a chimney, so it's not overly smoky. Yeah, most of the flavors I'm getting are, I would say, vegetal. So grass, wheat, some wood notes, some peanuts. It might be moving towards walnut. No sweet, no coffee, no cocoa, no leather. But and I guess I would call it it's a little brighter, but that pepper makes you think it's darker in terms of the different items I would select to describe it, but it's not. It's vegetal. It's all those green, you think of, earthy, woodsy things that you plant seed and grow out of the ground, type profiles. Yeah, this is tasty, but it's a pretty significant departure, in my opinion, from the Casara, which is the only other cigar by MBombay that I've smoked. But man, is it a good looking cigar. Yeah. There's some, I would say, white pepper, more refined, not harsh, and not dominant on the draw. You really get a sense of that only on the retrohale. This is, I don't know whether I'll do this it almost feels like an after dinner cigar. This would be great paired with a hot chocolate or cocoa. I wouldn't do this with a whiskey or bourbon or anything. It seems too elegant for something as charged as an alcoholic spirit. I wouldn't even do it with a wine. I think I kind of would like to do it with coffee, cocoa. I might even enjoy this with a port wine, maybe a Riesling, something a little sweeter. But yeah, these cigars retail for between $12, $16.50 a cigar. They're boxed in 24 count boxes. There are also some 4 cigar sample packs, but they don't do the sample packs, I think, with the Diadem nor the Torpedo. One word, if I had one word to describe this cigar, the word is elegant. Great draw, good flavors, no one thing that overpowers you or overwhelms your palate. A good blend that it seems to change which flavor moves forward, the others go back. It's kind of like a jazz band or a jazz session where each instrument takes turn doing its solo, and then it gets in the background and another instrument comes up. That's kind of how this cigar smokes. But all the musicians play well together. All the flavors play well together. I can't think of another Ecuadorian puro that I have had ever. I just can't think of one. Maybe I have, but I can't think of one. But this is a beautiful cigar. I've only gotten this far in it. For more notes, you're going to have to check out my review on www.thelancerlife.com. I don't know where you're going to find it. If you're in the Philadelphia area, you got to go to Wooden Indian Tobacco Shop. But good news, they're expanding to become an online retailer. As soon as I get their web address, I'll post it. Maybe I'll post it at the end of this video. But for the Lancer Life, this is Charles Kelly. Peace and a bucket of grease.